Hey guys, welcome to World of Tanks. Today, I want to have a bit of a chat before anything happens. A few days ago, I posted a video and, well, let's just say you guys made very short work of pointing out my flaws. For those of you who don't know, I posted a video showcasing a player who played incredibly aggressive on the assault game mode and won his team the game with 10 kills and a metric butt ton of damage. Problem is, this wasn't a great theme to show with this replay because as many of you pointed out, we shouldn't always play aggressive. Granted, it was never my intention to promote always playing aggressive, but that's what everyone took away from it. My goal was instead to showcase the wonders of not always sitting at the back of the map and camping in your tier 10 heavy tank. But it doesn't come down to what I meant to say, it's what you guys took away from the video that matters. So, in a move that might shock the masses among you who think I'm unqualified, I'm making another informative video, with a twist. I challenge you, the viewer, to find flaws in my argument. Full disclaimer, I know I will say something stupid throughout the course of this video, so I want you to tell me in the comments below. In a move I'm likely to regret, I want you to make a well-articulated argument in the comments below stating exactly why you think I'm wrong, because quite frankly I want to learn. Sure, I'm making the video so I should probably know this stuff, but I don't. And if last week's video taught me anything, it's that you guys on the internet love to argue, so hopefully you can get on board with this video idea and help me to improve my gameplay as well as helping all the others who also have things to learn from this video as well. So without further ado, the subject of today's video is the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV. Yeah, no, I know I pronounced it wrong. I can sense you already going to comment, but I know my pronunciation is wrong. I'm a Kiwi, I can't pronounce everything correctly in German. Anyway, this tank is known as a glass cannon. For those of you who don't know what that means, basically it means it's got an incredible gun, but even if a baby threw a Nerf dart at this tank, it would penetrate. The tank has a choice of two guns, and I use neither of them because I'm lazy and haven't gotten around to unlocking either of the top guns yet. But basically there's a 128mm gun which does 560 average damage with 5.17 rounds per minute, and has 276mm of penetration. Or if you want to use the 15cm gun on this tank, you get 750 average damage. See, I almost made the mistake there, but you do lose penetration and rate of fire. Given that the 15cm is also a lot less accurate, with a tank as fragile as this, I prefer to be hiding bushes at the back of the map if it can be helped, camping my life away. Quite frankly, I don't want to ramble on for too long, so I think it's best if I just explain everything in-game as I go through making the decisions I normally would in a battle in this tank, so I also don't want to bore you guys to death. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video thus far, and let's get into some gameplay. Okay guys, now we're cracking into the gameplay. Here we've got, what's his name, Fabian1361 in the tank being featured in this replay, the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV. Now, straight away we see him utilizing the fact that this tank is a tank destroyer, and you know, hiding in bushes is generally what these tanks do. But throughout this replay you will also see instances where he doesn't have any bushes he's able to get into, and you'll be able to see the different sort of situations you can get this tank into, and also how you can get out of them alive. So as you can see, there's if you look at the mini-map, and also now he's finally seen them, there's tanks pushing down that side of the abbey, and there's also a IS-3, but I'm not sure if his shot was fully aimed or not, but either way, you know, accuracy being what it is in this game, he misses. Now, he isn't able to get another shot on the IS-3 before he pulls in, but he's quickly able to switch his attention to the centre of the abbey, where there is indeed multiple tanks just waiting. But he does get spotted because something that he doesn't do is pull all the way behind the bush, because if you can still see through the bush yourself, when you fire you can still get seen through it. That's an important thing to note in this tank, because obviously the idea of using the bush is you don't get seen, and if you can still get seen, then that sort of defeats the purpose. He's able to overmatch, or not overmatch, but just go straight through the pipe nose of the IS-3 there. This tank does have very good penetration, so obviously a lot of times you're able to still look at the front of tanks and get through. Now that the T-69 has moved on, he will have to do his own spotting, but he very soon gets sidetracked as well by the fact there are tanks pushing down. Now he's able to get a shot into the IS-3's rear, and he also managed to hit the rear drive wheel of the tank, so he's able to put another shot on the IS-3. Clearly doesn't think he's that big of a threat, and so he gets killed. Now that's one kill and already 2,000 damage after only 2.5 minutes in the game. That's the sort of thing that this tank is capable of, that extreme damage output that is able to just overpower your enemies. Now that Skoda, he looks like he wants to push around, but he's afraid of getting hit. Is he gonna try? Maybe? Maybe. He looks like he's also worried about getting hit by that T-49, which is understandable with that thing's massive gun. Yeah. This is obviously part of the Tank Destroy gameplay, just sitting around doing nothing, but don't worry, I assure you that this replay will pick up. He's able to go straight through the tortoise there, and because he's firing through that tree and there's not direct line of sight, there's no worry of him getting spotted. He's able to put a shot into the Skoda, but, oh sorry, he has a shot on the Skoda, but he can't hit, and so he's unable to kill the tank. Obviously, killing a tank is much better than just damaging one, because it removes the amount of guns able to shoot back at you. Now, he's finally got a shot on the Skoda, who's preoccupied with that T-49, and he's able to find the shot that time and put the Skoda down. Tortoise now, realizing that this tank's coming for him, turns, which doesn't work well for him in the end, because while the T-49 misses, who was the tank he was trying to avoid, he gets a shot in the back from Fabian here, and that makes another shot, and now he's dead. Fabian, he's a bit worried that he's going to get spotted there, or he's looking to relocate. I think it's the prior of the two, and so he falls back around the corner, because obviously, as I said before, you get shot in this tank, you're going to take a lot of damage. But so far, even after doing 4,000 damage, he's only taken the one shot from the Type 59, so that is good. Now he's just waiting for the Type 59 to poke his head around. Is he able to get a shot off? That is the question. He is hoping the Victoria is possibly going to push him back and force him to retreat now that all his friends are dead. But he also then notices the 1390 on its left, and he gets hit twice, set on fire, and is now down to 18 health. Now, he is spotted, but the AMX, to be able to shoot him, has to expose himself, and he gets killed for his trouble. He also takes a shot there, I think, from the Type 59 again, now that the tank in the center is dead. Well, no, sorry, it's moved. The Type T-49 has moved. So obviously the Type 59, if he can shoot him, then Fabian has shots on the Type 59. But he then realizes, hey, we've got more pressing issues, because the approach of the red team on the eastern flank is, well, they're not on great amounts of health, they're still alive, so obviously it's up to Fabian, who's in a good position on not a one-shot kill, basically, to go and help them out. Tortoise goes down, but there's still a 1590 and a T-69 on the enemy team. It's looking promising for Fabian's team now, obviously, with no tier 9 tanks. He's got very strong gun to be able to shoot all of them. Type 59, nope, he's on the other side of the Abbey, so he was not a threat. Now this is the sort of thing I get worried about. This is not the ideal situation for having your Waffenträger in, because obviously the gun depression on this tank is great. He's in a recline, so he is unable to deal with being able to get shots, and also with an autoloader there, this thing is going to get chewed up even by the T69 with its low penetration. So he's worried about that, and he can't really get a shot off because of the gun penetration. But what's great is he can only display his tiny turret, which is a good play by him in that regard, and he's able to get a shot off without return on the Type 69, the T69. Now, is he going to be brave enough to poke again? He's probably thinking, ooh, tank low armor, can I get a shot off on him? But he must be retreating. Now, T49 says go first, obviously, because T69 is able to kill the T49. Is he on low health? Yeah, no, he's a one-shot, so yeah, he was worried about that. Now that's not a threat anymore. T49 could be a bit more free in going forward, but again, you want to be careful because the AMX 5100, that thing can do a lot of damage in a short space of time, so it's another autoloader. So again, he's looking to get forward for the Type 50. Oh my god, I can't speak today, sorry, but no, the snapshot misses, obviously, in Tank Destroyer. You don't want to be snapshotting. And apparently there's a glitch in my game where everyone says things twice, but he must have only had one shell in the clip. I'm not sure. Wait. Okay, I must have missed that at some point. The T69 is now dead. Okay. Now I'm just going to speed up the replay here because all he's doing is driving. And now it's all that's happened in the time it's driving is it's become a 1v3. He's still on 6 kills. Okay. Now he's all the way dragged back because he's now obviously in danger of getting capped. And yeah. So now comes the whole, how do you carry in a tank with no armor, which is sort of this showcasing how this tank can play when it's out of position, obviously. Oh, and there he gets surprised, Type 59 trying to chase him up the flank. He doesn't apparently see him, but that's good because now the Type 59, while he spots him, is a one-shot kill. And he decides, I don't know what the Type 59 was thinking there. Like, he should have continued and just held defend and spot so that the players in the cap can more easily defend, because now that he's dead, he can't do anything. And we also know there's one tank in the cap, so that is either the ST, well, the 112 is there guarding, but what he really needs to do, land a shot on the STRV so that he can't cap very quickly. Now the problem with this approach that he's taking, well, I mean, the problem with the approach he was taking was that they had cover up on the hill and he didn't. But I mean, that's sort of mitigated when your enemy is coming down and displays his top of his tank. You do need to get lucky. I wanted to show that bit in particular because it showcases just how vulnerable this tank can be if you are out of position. That's not an endorsement, even though he's successfully mitigating the risk, because obviously that would normally happen, would it? I mean, this is full of tanks. Most of the people who are playing it are very smart and not idiots at all. And he tries to snapshot the STRV, doesn't land a hit, but he's at least able to damage the tracks. Now, what he's doing here is smart because he's making it look like he's relocating when in fact he isn't. That's something that, now the STRV, he's going to be looking most likely a different way because he thinks, hey, that guy's going to move. I'm not sure what he was playing with the bush tactic there, I think he was trying to again make it look like he was going around the other way, maybe, but obviously he wasn't now. Pushing up again. Is the STRV gonna... Yep, he thinks he's coming from the other way. And the trick worked. He's able to get the final shot off, and he wins his team the game. So, that is the Waffenträger Alf Panzer IV. I hope you guys liked it, found at least one thing I said helpful, and if not, I encourage you all to give tips, tricks, hints, anything, complaints down in the comments. I want to hear what you guys have to say so that I can build up not only my knowledge, but then can spread that knowledge onto the rest of you guys. Hope you guys are having a good day, continue to have a good day, and I will see you next time.